Hello and welcome to the Wolf Chase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Natalie Poole, and Coach, solid week last week, 3-1. You had some hard-fought battles starting out with that midweek game. That was back and forth.
Absolutely. It was definitely a tough game, one that I felt like we were in, which was really important. So saw some good things from some of our kids that we needed to see. Saw us get out of some defensive situations that we needed to, and always good to play good competition in the midweek.
It's scary in those midweek games. They come in gunning for you.
Absolutely. And, those are important games. Those are important wins to the whole body of work for us. And so happy to play good competition.
You come in over the weekend and you've got to battle the weather like everybody else in the region. So you end up playing a game Friday, a doubleheader on Saturday. You got 2 out of 3 against UConn.
We did. And, it's always a challenge to play that doubleheader. It's definitely not something that we wanted to do. I think some teams like to be in that situation. But for us, we'd rather play a single game a day, which, is a nice setup by our conference. And ideally, it's nice also from the other standpoint where it allows us to have a rain day kind of built in there. And so it does allow us to get all of our games in. We never really have issues with that. And so it was important for that. It was frustrating to drop that last game, especially after beating UConn for 2 games. I don't think that we did much of anything right. We didn't pitch well. We didn't play the greatest defense behind our pitchers. And then offensively, we didn't make the adjustments that we needed to off of the pitcher we had seen on Friday night. And so, always lessons learned and things, we got to kind of learn from that, move on, and get ready for the next week.
One of the highlights of the weekend, Friday night, Kyler Trosclair sets the hits record here at Memphis. And that means you've had some longevity, and you had to make an immediate impact as a freshman. You've got to log a lot of at-bats.
I'm really proud of Kyler. She's been a steady force for us the entire time that she's played here, and she was an impact right away, from the time that she stepped on campus. And, we actually recruited her as an outfielder. She's come in and has played shortstop for us, really. And so did a great job of adjusting to the team's needs. Offensively, just came in and got comfortable right away. And, she's a great momentum starter for us. She's definitely a spark for us in our lineup and has always done a great job as a leadoff and earned that position and has held that position respectfully, and really proud of her accomplishments.
One thing I forgot to mention last week, Molly Smith also an all-time record. She's now the all-time wins leader here. Yeah,
Molly is same. She from the time that she got here, she's been on the mound and has gotten better every single year that she's been here and has worked to evolve as a pitcher. I think that that's important. You can't be the same pitcher every year because people know and learn who you are. And so for her to be able to have some success and the level that she's having even throughout her senior year means that she's continued to grow. And I'm really proud of her accomplishment as well. I think that she's going to continue to be, a tough kid for us on the mound through the remainder of the year.
Got a game later today. It's going to be a quick one. You got to get over to Conway. You'll play UCA in one game, and you'll turn around and get right back.
We do those midweeks.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have them at home, but we get on the road sometimes, and it's a pretty close opponent, just a couple hours away, and so we'll go out there and play that single game, come home, and get ready for the weekend.
Speaking of the weekend, last home weekend of the season, you'll have Tulsa coming in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, a special day. It'll be a noon game, and you're going to honor a pretty big senior class. You've got 8 seniors.
We do, 7 of which have been players all the way through. One was a player for the first couple years and transitioned into a manager for us, but has still been a part of our program for 4 years. But what a great senior class. They've definitely been impactful to our programs, both in a physical aspect as well as, who they are as people and individuals, and just good leaders for this program. And they've won a lot, and they wanted to get our program to do something successful like we're doing, and they're definitely a part of the reason why we are.
And it's a key home weekend too. I know you have the emotions surrounding senior weekend, but you're still in position. But you got to play well here these last 2 weeks. Every game is going to be really big for you.
Absolutely. The bulk of our conference is in position to take control of it at any point. And so, we're one of those teams. And so we need to have a great weekend. And Tulsa is tied with us, I believe. And, they're right there. And so it's definitely going to be a pretty hard weekend for us, but in a challenging weekend. But I look forward to it. Their pitcher that leads for them was drafted last night in the Pro League. And so she's been a steady force for them and helped get them to pretty far in postseason last year. And so we look forward to the challenge.
All right, Coach, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
That is head coach Natalie Poole. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolf Chase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.